morning, everybody. So you've played a little bit with Windows 8 this morning. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to open OneNote to where it opens on your desktop rather than having to go online every time you want to use it. So what you're going to do is go to that same website that we were using earlier last week, portal.office.com. So you type that into the bar. It might autocomplete, depends on whether you've been there before. Click enter. Oh, took me to grad school. Here's where I want to be, portal.office.com. Okay, there we go. And then it might remember you, it might not. If not, you type in your username, which is a little different than mine. Yours is a number at stu.sandy.net, and then it'll redirect you to our district website. And after you do that once, it'll remember you, and you just click like this. Remember, that's your number at stu.sandy.net for you, and then your regular computer password, which you'll need if you haven't logged in there before. You're going to click the 9 squares at the top left. Remember, that's how we get into different areas or different apps on the website. And you're going to click OneNote Online. And it'll ask you which notebook you want to go into, which you have 2. One's for me, and one is your name at work, like this one. We want to use the English one, so whatever your period is, you're going to click 6th grade English, your period. And this is the online version that we worked with last week. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it out of the online part and into the desktop app down here. And to do that, there's a button right in the center called Open in OneNote. It will take a while to download for you. For me, it's going to be fast because it's done it before. If you click Open in OneNote, it might have you log in again. It might take a little bit to load. Any of that is fine. If you get any error messages, call me over, but if it's just loading, that's okay. It's going to take a while. Now yours says Overview, Collab Space, Content Library, and then your name. I see everybody's name, but you'll just have yours, which is how it should be. And what you're going to do today is you're going to create your own content library space. So Bryce is going to get a little extra help from me, and I'm going to do it for him so that I can show you guys. So what you're going to do first is you're going to click into your name. And you probably just have Overview, which is fine. If you have another one, you can delete it like I just did. And what you want to do is create section groups for yourself. And there's 3 you're going to create. Okay? And if at any point you need to pause this video, I told you that earlier, but if at any point you need to pause this video, go ahead and pause so that you can catch up with me and do it as I'm doing it. You're going to right click in this white area off to the side of the plus mark. The plus mark will just give you a new section, and what we want is new section group. So you're going to right click, new section group. First one you're going to label narrative analysis. Feel free to pause and double check you have right spelling because you want to make sure it's spelled just like that. Second one is going to be writing. Right click again off in the white space, new section group. Next one is going to be reading. Now it doesn't matter too much what order they're in because it kind of gives you an automatic order, that's fine. But make sure that you have all 3 of those, narrative analysis, reading, and writing. And now you're going to copy some work from me to put into those areas. So you're going to click this little back arrow, that takes you out of the content library and into the overall space. And then you're going to go to content library, which is where I keep stuff that I want you to get. So click in there and you'll see I have the same 3 sections. Now, you can't copy a section group, which is why I had you create your own, but you can copy a section, which is what we're going to do next. So go ahead and click into narrative analysis, and this whole section right here, genre studies, is going to help you study for our quiz next week on genres. In case you didn't have copies of each of these things, this is everything we've done on genre so that you can study them here or in your binder. So you're going to right click on that pink genre studies or whatever color it is, and you're going to click move or copy. Now, since I own this, I have the options of move and copy. You'll just have the copy option, and that's okay because that's exactly what you want to do. So right now, we're right here. We're in the My Narrative Analysis Genre Studies section, but you want to add it to your own narrative analysis. So you're taking it from my stuff and putting it in yours. It's going to leave the copy for everybody else in mine, but you need to move it into your own. So you're going to click on narrative analysis and click copy so that you get your own copy of those notes in narrative analysis. And you're going to do the same for a tab in reading and a tab in writing. So go ahead, back button, and then click reading. right-click on RRJs and Strategies, and that's what you're going to be using every week to help you out with your RRJs, rather than having to keep them in your binder all the time. You can too, but this way you have access to them on your computer as well. And you're going to click Move or Copy. And this time in your section, you're going to move it into, again, you have to open yours, move it into Reading. And you've got a copy in yours now. Back button, Writing. And this is where we're going to keep our free writes and also other writing resources throughout the year. But for now, this is where you're going to keep your free writes. So go ahead and right-click, Move or Copy, and open Bryce's and Writing, Copy. And now everything that I had in my content library is going to be in yours as well. You can see Bryce's name is bolded. That means there's something new there that I haven't opened before. And in fact, it's a whole lot of new stuff. So go ahead and click into Narrative Analysis on your own, and you'll see you have a copy of everything that I asked you to have. We're not going to do too much with that today. That's just there so you can study it. So go ahead and click back. And Reading, you can see we've got our RRJs and also a book log, which I hadn't passed out to you yet. This is where you're going to keep track of what you read all year. So it's a big long list. You can see there's lots of squares. You can always create more. There's directions down here on how to create more boxes if you need more. But go ahead and pause this video and take some time to fill out this first line. Now you might not have a month finished yet if you're still reading your first book of the year. That's totally fine. But you can fill out title. You want to underline or italicize it using these devices right here. Clicking Home, and you've got these guys. The author, total pages in the book, what genre you would sort it into after we've studied all the genres, the month you started it, maybe finished if you've already finished a book this year. And then if you finished it, you can rate it. Otherwise, these two boxes stay empty, and once you do finish your book, you'll come back here. So go ahead and pause the video and fill out at least this much, maybe these as well. And once you've filled that out, you don't need to type up your RRJ for this week. This week I'll take it on paper, but it's the last week I'm going to take it on paper. Next week, you'll want to start writing your RRJs here. Now there's directions right here that tell you you can either keep all your RRJs in this one page right here, or you can use this Add Page button to have a new page for each RRJ you create. That's totally fine. But today you don't need to type up your RRJ, you already turned it in, so that's just so you know for next week. We've got all the notes and more that we've handed out so far. Next week we're going to talk about perspective, so you can look at that ahead if you want to. So go ahead and use that back button. And what you're going to spend the rest of your time on today is in your free write section. I have copies of Stories Only I Know and Free Write Rules by Natalie Goldberg that we read together the first couple weeks. And I've got 1 and 2 pages that you're going to work on now. Number 1, you'll go ahead and read these directions independently, but it says that you're going to type up one of your free writes that you like besides your names or birthday one. And it shows you directions on how to tell me to grade it. This is how you're going to inform me that it's time for me to grade it. So read those directions carefully after you type up a favorite free write. And then number 2, you're going to type up either your birthday free write or your name's free write, or if you're really proud of both, you're welcome to type up both. You don't need to create a tag for this one since I've already given you a grade and passed it back, but eventually I'll be checking your whole free write tab, so you want it to be in there. And this one, you can type anything other than birthday or name's free write that you've done so far this year. Okay? After that, go ahead and check out the board for what our directions are. But at the end of this, you should have everything in My Content Library in your tab and have filled out the book log and 2 pages of free writes. Let me know if you have any questions, and feel free to pause and rewind the video if there's any part that you feel like flew by you. Thanks, guys.